Joining us right now is Guy Gilchrist, a cartoonist for the Nancy comic strip. And thanks for being with us, Guy.
Oh, it's great to be with you, John. Thank you.
All right, so something you're talking about right now is nostalgia, and clearly with the popularity of Mad Men, I mean, I'll admit my ties have gotten a little skinnier, wearing the pocket squares sometimes. But nostalgia is obviously very big right now in popular culture in America. Tell us why.
Well, I'm glad that it is, since I've been drawing Nancy for 20 years. You know, folks always say, gee, I used to love that strip. And I go, it's still around. It's still around. You know, go to our website, go to nancyandsluggo.com. I think that nostalgia is instead of a painful member, I think it's a wonderful, warm thing. You know, sometimes the world can be a scary place, and it's always nice to know that you can go back to things of your childhood, whether it's Nancy and Sluggo, or it's Walt Disney, or Roy Rogers, whatever it happens to be for you. There's a nice, warm place for you to go. You know, I think it's almost like a safe haven in your heart, you know?
And what about like this hipster movement we see so often in places like Brooklyn, where kids are dressing like the 1980s or drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon beer?
In London too.
It's
yeah,
global.
East London.
This is part of what you're talking about,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, East London. There's a whole hipster movement still there, still going strong.
You know, with the mustache and the suspenders from different eras. You know, obviously.
Are you telling me that parachute pants are back?
Well, I don't know about parachute pants.
I own a pair.
But let's go back even further, because this obviously goes, you know, there are instances of the 1980s, the 1990s, and then all the way back, you know, I think about these mixologists, the bartenders now, with the handlebar mustaches and the suspenders. You know, obviously those folks were not alive when that type of regalia was first popularized. So how do you account for that when folks are turning back to a time when they weren't even alive?
I think it might be saying, this is a place that I like to be. You know, this is a comfortable place for me. Maybe it was really, really cool to be, you know, a bartender at, you know, Wrigley or Fenway Park in 1912. I'm going to look like that. You know, it's an identity thing. And I think we all have that. You know, we all have I mean, I've got my cowboy hat, the magic cowboy hat, you know, that helps me draw. Everybody's got something that helps them with their identity. And maybe, too, it's a hearkening back to maybe what they think was a better time, a safer time. What do you think? Yeah.
So coming to these characters now, Guy, Archie of the iconic comic strip, now dead after taking a bullet for a gay friend. We've got Marvel's Thor is now a woman. Guy, this seems like a radical shift for comics. The cynic in me says even comics have become somewhat polarized. Would you agree with that?
I don't think really, you know, I don't think it's, Francesca, I don't think it's polarization. What I think it is marketing. And marketing has always been, you know, #1 with comics. I mean, if you don't like my comic strip, it's not going to be in your newspaper. You know, if you're not reading me online, it's not going to be online for you. And I think when we look at these changes to Thor, to Captain America, to Superman, to the different characters over the years, you know, they've always pulled marketing stunts. You know, Superman is dead. Bucky, Captain America's helper is dead. They've always done this stuff to try to boost sales, and then once that sales boom is over, everybody goes back to the way it once was. I mean, Veronica and Betty are still going to be dating Archie when this is all said and done. Yeah, I pretty much can guarantee it.
Yeah, fair enough. You know, there obviously are financial reasons why these comic strip and comic book companies are trying to appeal to new audience as well. And what you would say, Gil, is that the important thing are the characters, not necessarily the current forms that they take.
Exactly. You know, these characters have been around. I mean, Nancy's been around for 81 years. You know, Thor's been around since 1960.
And unfortunately, Gil, I'm sorry to cut you off. We got to go.
They're going to continue to be around for
all right,
a long,
well, sorry to cut you off, but we got to go. We got a hard break coming up right here. But thanks for checking in with us. Fascinating chat about nostalgia. We're right back with more.